A delegation from Bengaluru Town Hall has taken a strong stand against the Karnataka Tank Conservation and Development Authority Amendment Bill 2025. The Karnataka Tank Conservation and Development Authority Bill was created to protect and manage lakes, tanks, and wetlands in the state. It set rules for buffer zones, restricted constructions near water bodies, and aimed to conserve biodiversity and water security. The group, backed by experts and citizens, met Karnataka Governor Thawar Chand Gehlot. They submitted a memorandum urging him not to give assent to the controversial bill, warning that it violates constitutional rights and puts Bengaluru's lakes and wetlands at risk. The memorandum was submitted at Raj Bhavan in Bengaluru after a series of public consultation on 9th of August and a massive citizen protest on 17th of August at Freedom Park. Experts urge that the bill drastically reduces the lake buffer zones to just 30 meters, far below the recommended 100 to 300 meters needed to safeguard biodiversity, control floods, and protect water quality. They say this amendment favors unchecked real estate development while ignoring public voices and scientific advice. The delegation emphasized that the government failed to consult either the public or environmental experts, calling the move irresponsible and undemocratic, especially at the time when the city faces worsening climate and water crisis. The memorandum also cited Supreme Court, National Green Tribunal, and Karnataka High Court rulings that stress the importance of protecting wetlands. Citizens and experts are now looking to the governor to intervene and stop the bill from becoming a law, in order to secure Bengaluru's water future and protect its fragile ecosystem for generations to come.
See how encouraging a lake buffer zone is beneficial is a mind-boggling thing. That you can think and a water body which can actually take flood water, because it has no other source. It can take the water from what falls on it, from the rainfall, or it can take water that flows into it. Water that flows into it has been compromised because wherever the water can flow into the channels through which it could flow into the lake have been encroached upon. Wherever there are channels for the water to flow, those channels are bringing sewage also into the lake. The only protection, the only way of managing that sewage, was to allow the water to flow on the buffer zone for some time so that the sewage, the silt actually settles before it enters the lake body itself. That was the idea. The other thing is, when there are sudden floods, when there are copious rain, which is happening every year as we see, then if you should allow for redundancy, increased storage. So if anything, there is an argument to increase the buffer zone, not to decrease it. This is what we found out from a presentation we made in this very place, a couple of weeks ago, where expert hydrologists came and explained how it works. What sense does it make to shrink this? What single possible reason could be there to do it, except to give relief to people who violated it? Yeah, that's why we are opposing it.
So, what the governor said?
The governor said he'll look into the matter. Okay? It's a fact document we have given him. So
No, the bill is not yet passed, right?
it has been passed. It has been facilitated to be passed, we think, because the opposition parties, are deliberately actually pretending, to be against the government, but actually they facilitate the passing of noxious bills. We have a bicameral, legislature in Karnataka. We have the upper house and the lower house. So it gets passed in the assembly because that's the majority, but it gets passed in the council also, and that happens because they boycott and allow, the passing of bills. So it's a very scary situation. All three parties, mainstream parties in Karnataka, are in this actually business of exploiting Bangalore, for commercial interests.
So now it's in the hands of the governor to give assent or not?
It's in the hands of the governor up to the point that, he can, he may at best return the bill to the government for reconsideration, incorporating the points that we have mentioned in the memorandum, and we can just hope for a miracle and the government thinks, we overlooked these points. and change it. But seeing the behavior of this government, at least so far, I don't think with quite imperiously will return it to the governor, and then he'll have no choice but to pass it. So what we can look for is resistance and some awareness through this process, through this time in this interregnum that it happens, that we can generate more public awareness about this. We've already done one seminar, and now we have done this. We will think of going to court.
No, we didn't have time. They introduced it in a hurry. They passed it in a hurry. We didn't even get breathing time to consider it. No, we couldn't even approach the authorities. So they are doing it in a very sly manner, and that itself shows that their intention is very wrong. If their intention was right, they would have introduced it to the public, held a public consultation, made everyone aware. They could have taken inputs. It's a very grave. Matter. It addresses water security. It addresses environment. Out of the 1,000 lakes we have only 200 left. And the condition of the city is so bad. Of our green and blue ecology, it used to be 70% in just 50 years back. Now it is only 2%. So much destruction has happened. They should take care of what is left. Instead of that, they are destroying whatever is left also. It's like Bengaluru is dying and they are strangling it. You are strangling a man on the deathbed. It's like that.
So they didn't.
No, nothing. They've done nothing. They just introduced it on the sly, immediately brought it into legislature, immediately brought it into upper house. And see, BJP made so much noise that they are opposing it. In the upper house, they just walked out. They didn't even vote. They have majority in the upper house, BJP and JDS together, the alliance. They could have easily stopped it. They stopped other bills. Why they didn't stop this bill? That shows that they are hand in glove with the real estate mafia too. So it's all in collusion. That is why this is very dangerous. This is the death knell of Bengaluru.